Yo, what's up guys, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. And today I am really excited and happy and be real with y'all because I'll be checking out RM's latest release of Wildflower with Eugene, the official MV for and such. Now, okay, when that initial announcement of RM's gonna come through with a full album titled Indigo, oh, I was so ready and I was been anticipating for this moment, and finally I am here, finally found the time to check out Wildflower with y'all, and maybe eventually of course his full EP Indigo, because I gotta say RM's musical works, and I would say his artistry, is out of this world. All of the details are considered, whether it's being shown visually in a music video, whether it's the meaning and the messages or symbolism in his music, and lyricism, of course, whoever he is working with behind the scenes or someone else's musical works, I would say as well. The last time I checked out RM on any song was actually Sexy Nukim by a Bombing Tiger, which I really dig. Such an earwormy type of song, and all their voices really matched each other on that song. Even before that, I really loved his featuring of Winter Flower coming from Yunha, who is an incredible artist as well, I've got to say. But moving on to this brand new era of Indigo, I loved who I was seeing behind the works and on the track listing with RM. I'm talking about Anderson .Paak. I'm talking about Tableau, one of my favorites out there, and Paul Blanco and Mahalia. That's probably gonna be my most anticipated B-side on the album once I dive into the album, because fellow Canadian Paul Blanco, shout out to him as well. But hey, enough talk, let's just dive into Wildflower with Eugene now. Alright, so brought it up here, Wildflower by RM with Eugene. In case you didn't know, I did a little bit of research before this, but Eugene, she is the forefront of an alternative rock band called Cherry Filter that actually debuted back in 1997, came through with their musical works quite heavily in the early 2000s. But I got the English captions on and all to see what's up in terms of the message and meaning behind the song. I'm sure there is, knowing that it is RM himself behind this, but let's go. The classic big hit music intro. Ooh, fireworks going off here. And we're in the clouds. Whoa. What an atmospheric start to this. Not only visually, but sonically. Oh, that piano. This verse 1 though, these lyrics are so hard-hitting yet meaningful. I love the guitar work to the 808 bass that's happening constantly though with the strings. Woo! Wow, Eugene in the chorus here. Gonna shine across the sky. Everything's so exhausting from A to Z. Tell him. Oh, just the sounds of the storm and the wind. And spinning things out. Society's all the loudest voice. To face all the prejudice and misunderstandings. Oh, the vocal layering too. Wow. Youjeen though. She has such a beautiful voice, yet it matches the ethereal kind of production that's being done, and especially Arm's moments in this. Tell him. Ooh. Youjeen and RM here. Everyone's cheering him on. Oh, that drum kit work. And your feet don't touch the ground. When your own heart underestimates you. Goodness. What a masterpiece, everyone. What a masterpiece. There is a lot to process here, everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. From the memorable yet meaningful hook to the song, that really long verse 1, where I feel like it's really straight to the point. He's talking about himself, yet I feel like throughout the entirety of this song, it is so relatable for me, and I'm sure for many people out there who are trying to push forward in life and who are currently struggling and who are currently having their ups and downs. And the truth of the matter, to the fact is, we are our own kind of wildflowers out in a flower field that's not gonna grow necessarily in sort of like society's ways, where society looks at us and it's just ridiculous. He talks about prejudice and misunderstandings as well. That line really stuck out to me, that I'm gonna have to go back upon and break down, as well as the other lines. But that's truly is society try to shape you in some sort of way, or try to judge you in certain ways so you can think this certain way or do what you think is cool or what's right. And you grow as a wildflower. You're supposed to grow naturally, organically. You're gonna have your rough spots and patches in life. You know, you're gonna have the weathering storm and all that was clearly shown visually in this. And not only that, sonically, with the the gusts of the wind and all, and the storm that's going by. Just, oh my goodness. And I think this more specifically speaks and shows, like, symbolically of RM in his really early days. I wouldn't say, like, oh, him ever since he was a child, but I would say in his 20s. And that's why I can sense that sort of relatable kind of factor. Many of us in our 20s, I can't say the matter of fact all of us, but even before our 20s, going in and graduating from high school or going beyond that and trying to figure out, oh, what to work or go to post-secondary and do that, or don't know what to do in terms of a career, or in your 20s, you're stuck and you're looking for a career change or something like that. I wouldn't say something simple like that. It's very complicated and intricate. And matter of fact is, I'm in that process right now of discovering myself more of what I like and what I truly want to pursue, and then what makes me truly happy at the end of the day. At some point in my life, I thought, okay, I'm happy now. Now I can, help others out as well. But hey, nothing's gonna be perfect, nothing's gonna be the end all be all, and I'm still working to try to be the best version of myself and try to meet my goals and aspirations and all. And sometimes we underestimate ourselves, and I think that line really stuck out to me as well. Even in the moments when we're succeeding, we put ourselves down. And yeah, I feel like going back on what was visually being shown, and I was talking about, like, RM's 20s and then him growing up, right, being that wildflower blooming in the crowd on the stage for every one of us there, really shows that symbolically, right? And yeah, I'm gonna have to dive back into this, go through section by section, and even throughout, I would say, the chorus in this song, which was really quite the interesting choice. Notice this, the titling of the song's Wildflower, but most importantly, it's with Eugene. It's not featuring Eugene at all, right? It's more so it's with Eugene, and Eugene got prominent moments in the song, which is the chorus. And a lot of us can consider, especially me, the chorus is the meaty section of any song out there that's written and composed and such. And I really love how Eugene came into play, and they really complemented each other in this song. And this goes to show you RM's, I would say, detailed mind and considerations, right? He's always picking out the details, but most importantly, figuring out, oh, who would work so well for this track, and who I want to work with, and who can work well with me in my musical works, or if this certain individual is gonna sound good on this song and it's gonna showcase them as well, even not only just himself, but also Eugene herself on Wildflower here. So let me dive back into this, everyone, and we're gonna have to go through it all from the beginning. I just love this intro here at the start. Not only, like, shown visually in the sky, these beautiful colors of orange and yellow and blue and white and all, fireworks being heard, right? And I feel like that can almost be showcased as reaching out in the skies and going for our dreams and such, and being our own kind of, like, firework or wildflower almost. And usually fireworks are used to celebrate special occasions and all, or at, like, carnivals and such. Sorry, it was rendering here, but let me get back to that moment there. I was talking about the fireworks and such, right? So I feel like it really connects with these fireworks and these wildflowers, and talking about the wild, or the flower field, I should say. Oh, the orchestral work is just so incredibly done. I gotta give it to everyone behind the scenes, and RM himself. I'm sure he took behind the works on the production end as well. But the string work, the piano chords being done in this too can be heard ever so slightly in the back. Sometimes your dreams really do devour you because you can keep dreaming and dreaming, but it's like, it seems like such a struggle because it seems like your dreams are so far away and they like devour you and eat you up inside. It's like, I really want to be there right now, right? But even in some moments in life, right, when you're pursuing for whatever in life and you're pushing on in life, there are moments where you feel like you're not yourself, right? And that's what I was exactly talking about in terms of the relatableness in this song. The trickling of the piano there and then just into the scene. The storm, the dark husk that does exist, whether it's in RM himself or ourselves here and there throughout life, or even currently, that dark husk and storm that we really need to come through and really find some light in it. I feel like I really connect with RM in regards to this line, when all this fame turned into shackles. You know, everyone perceives fame as a good thing, but like, there's a lot of things that you gotta sacrifice, time, and such as, you know, fans hurting towards him and and also the haters and such, obviously. But what I get from him in this is, at least from my perspective, investing heavily amounts of time on YouTube and all. I remember back in the early days of just getting into K-pop and stuff and just simply enjoying K-pop. I don't get that sort of free time anymore now that I'm in my 20s, trying to pursue my career, trying to figure out that I want to do and all, right? The adulting transition parting in life. So whether it's fame, whether it's growing up and all, it really feels like it's turned into shackles, quote unquote. So the fame is not necessarily good. You know, there's positives, but yet there's negatives as well. Man, let me be myself. Oh, I love that rhyme scheme and how he flows like that there. That acoustic guitar work too. The tambourine earlier. But the 808 bass goes hard with the strings that are ever so slightly crest. Now this was cool. We actually got like no pre-chorus in this song pretty much. We got a really lengthy, chunky intro into a verse 1 that was the longest moment in the song, with the other verse in the song, verse 2, I believe. And just how we instantly get hit, the drop of the drum, right, into Youjeen herself was absolutely outstanding. Yet ethereal, angelic, and moving. Gonna shine across that sky. Sometimes we do wonder this, and I think RM saying it from experience, like he's questioning, where's my end finally gonna be? Do I have an ending goal, or when is it gonna be the end? Everything's so exhausting from A to Z, right? I would also consider that getting up and ending the day, getting up and ending the everyday routine in life, and that provides a lot of relatableness too. Oh, the orchestral work here too that's being done more heavily. It's beautiful in this verse too. Now it was a mere memory. There's memories of good times and bad times and all. And let's be real here. We can't relive and try to relive those moments. We can't try to re-experience those moments. Yet we can also change those moments that has happened, right? And trying to find that past happiness, it's now a mere memory. That's snare work though. I mean, ain't it true? Ain't it true, dude? Like, society is all for the loudest voice. Society's all for the loudest voice, but I'm just trying to stay afloat. I'm just trying to do my own thing and all. But I think, was it during... I think it was even before. Let me go here actually. Actually, it was later on. Oh yeah, it was here. So it was during this verse 2 and not the bridge, where he talks about this mask. Yeah, me no hero, me no villain. So I feel like the intentions behind this line is, hey guys, I'm barely anything. I'm not a hero nor I'm a villain. And I feel like a lot of people get it twisted when it comes to artists and idols, vice versa, regardless, and who they look up to. But specifically for RM, he's saying, hey, I'm an anti-hero actually. Sure, I'm a prominent figure and influential individual in the scene, but hey, I'm just me. I'm Kim Namjoon. I'm who I am, you know. I'm just trying to live a life, and I have my struggles too, and I do have my successful moments as well, but I am human as well, and I feel like that's a sort of a reach out kind of moment, a speak out kind of moment during this verse 2, which was, wow, super gravitating to me, honestly. All the percussion work, but the vocal layering here. Love his own voice, right? At the ends of these lines being layered like that. It adds so much depth to the song. I feel like what youjeen also provides in this song is the yearning that RM is truly speaking about, and the sort of reaching out moment, feeling, and that gravitating feel that I'm getting, and yet that sentimental feel that's being provided with the string work. So like everything goes so cohesively, hand in hand together. Like, come on. What's beautiful about this bridge is now he's in an arena on the stage being shown, shining, you know. He's got his suit on with a flower and all. Nothing was ever meant to be mine. He did his due diligence. He did the hard work to really become who he is, but yet he's still figuring out himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in his moment, in this moment today, because of himself, right? Sure, of course, his fellow members and all, but I feel like his point is like he did what he needed to do to get to this point. Okay, he's done so much, he's been through so much, and like he's like, and don't tell me like you gotta be someone, because I'll never be like them. And I feel like a lot of us need to try to engrave this over and over in our heads. Trying to be like someone ain't it, you know. Figuring out ourselves is that very first step that needs to be taken and needs to be worked on, right, to really get at the details and understand ourselves even more. And yeah, yet society, like poetry, yeah, yet society has judgment, has its prejudice, disgustingly enough, still to this day. Cheering of the crowd can be heard. And I feel like this whole flower field is like the field of self-discovery and trying to understand who he is on this open land. Like, sure, others may perceive him as RM, but he perceives him as himself. He understands himself the most. This is a really good reminder, too, that is so consoling, I've got to say, of a song. Like, I'm gonna be putting this song on repeat over and over again, as well as this MV, everyone. Like, come on, you gotta give it to RM. You gotta give it to Kim Namjoon for coming through with this masterpiece, and everyone behind the scenes in the works, including youjeen and all. What a beautifully done music video, and how it was directed and all, how yet it was symbolic, and just his rap approach was very well executed, very fitting for the song. But himself being able to express himself, like, I got to give it to him to show this kind and this side of vulnerability to himself. There's only a few solo artists that are willing to do that, and it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to really speak out for yourself and your values and what you truly believe, and even the sides that you really don't necessarily want to heavily talk about and all. But let me see who's actually working behind the works for this one. Of course, we have youjeen and we have RM himself, but let's see who's working behind the scenes. Wow, simply them and Docs Kim, who has been on Lie, one of my favorite songs by BTS, of course. Oh, and Scenery by Hope World. Yeah, even Be Mine by Chancellor. That is cool, everyone. But hey, nonetheless, let me bring up the album here, Indigo. I'm gonna definitely have to check it out. Let me know your favorites. I'm sure my friends already have some favorites, but without a doubt, I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy the entirety of that album, and I'm sure it's gonna be cohesive one way or the other, or all these songs are pretty much gonna be meaningful in each of their own kind of ways. But RM, wow. RM and Eugene, 10 out of 10 from top to bottom, and every single line was meaningful. Really love the hook, really love the instrumentation between the 808 bass, the snare, the drum kick work, especially with the percussion and the orchestral work with the strings and the trickling of the piano and the piano chords being done in this song with the guitar work, yet also the Foley work, that the details of the Foley work. And in case you guys don't know what Foley work is, if you look into movies, a character does like a sort of like the footsteps, and there's sort of the behind the scenes how they create those crackling of the footsteps. Oh, just the storm, the Foley of the storm, and the fireworks, the sampling of the fireworks. Oh, I'm sure they use like samplings of the fireworks, and this was really done, right? And how he is shown from that open field, right, and or on that cliff or mountain or hill with the skyline and all, and oh, it's just so beautiful. But everyone, I don't know what to say anymore. I'm lost for words. This is a 10 out of 10. This has to be literally one of my favorite releases of this year, even though it's already near the end of the year. We're already in December. Someone pinch me. It's just so surreal that we're near the end of the year. Can't wait to check out for those tracks likes of Paul Blanco, Tableau, Anderson .Paak, and even Cold in the works. Okay, we love to see it. Be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. Just warms my heart connecting with y'all in regards to RM and his release of Wildflower with Eugene, or even the Indigo album. I'm definitely gonna have to check out the Indigo album in separate parts if I were to do some coverage and a review session / first listen on the channel here. But as always, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon wherever you are. What a super meaningful masterpiece that really comes through and really tells his side of the story. In his 20s, I've got to say, his struggles and who he is and how he perceives things, but yet it really is relatable, am I right? But this has been Garrison. Until next time, and peace.